What up? What up? It's another Friday night. You know what that means. It's your girl Mana with Hip Hop Organics, The Greenhouse. We are live in effect. It's the first week of February 2021. Can you believe it?
I can.
We got JH right over there.
Got a little snow today.
Yeah, we did. We did get snow.
And it definitely felt like winter was here finally. Been a long time without any kind of snow.
Yeah, that's unusual for Utah folks.
And suddenly it's here.
Suddenly it's here. Hey. Well, we're glad to be here, glad to be alive. It's the first week of Black History Month. I hope y'all are making sure you celebrate. You should be celebrating every day, but in particular this month as well. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on still in the world. Lots of good things. I'm excited now that we have our first female vice president, and she's of South Asian and African American descent. Oh my God, it's a beautiful thing, I swear. I'm very excited to see what they're doing and all the laws that they're passing and reversing from the last clown that we had in office.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyways, we got a really good show tonight. We're going to just be hanging out, chatting with you all. And guess what? You have a chance to come on the show tonight. So if you want to come on the show, make sure you send us a comment. There, if you go to the Hip Hop Organics page on Facebook, we put a link in the comments that you can hop onto. And yeah, you know, it's going to be fun. We're going to talk about what's going on in hip hop. The same usual stuff, you know. I mean, things have changed. Things are getting better. Things get, you know, it's like an ebb and flow. That's how I look at this life. Life is like a heartbeat. It goes up and down, right? That's how you know you're alive. But, you know, I had a opportunity to watch some really amazing artists earlier talk about what's going on in hip-hop and the state of hip-hop. And I think there's always that argument of, like, what's dope, what is dope hip-hop, what is good hip-hop, what is good rap, how rap is like a lifestyle. You know, it's not just you making music or whatever. It's like being involved in the community, really, you know, uplifting folks. And they were saying some really cool things about women in hip-hop. And, you know, I feel like that's a conversation that can be had over and over again. And oh, there we go. There's Soul Lyricist in the house. Hey, Soul in the house. Yeah. He got his mug and everything. He ready. He ready for this snowy winter day.
Yeah,
I know what it is, man. But yeah, I was just talking about how I had a chance to watch some folks at they were having a conversation about hip-hop and women in hip-hop. And shout out to Words, Beats, and Life. If you don't know that organization, they're awesome. You should follow and definitely support. They do a lot of cool things for the community, as that is what hip hop is supposed to be. And it was cool just, you know, listening to them talk about it. There was a good amount of female representation, which I really appreciate, because most of the time I feel like there is not. And I think it broke down to when we're, this is how I take it, and you guys can chime in and tell me if you agree, disagree, but I feel like hip-hop has always been a reflection of our society. And, you know, our society is still very patriarchal, you know, misogynistic. It's not just hip hop that has a lack of women. When you look at like Fortune 500 companies and the CEOs, I think it's like 6% of them that are women. Like, I'm in the tech field, which is very much lacking women in the engineering roles and stuff like that. I mean, I was earlier, I'm excited because we have our first female vice president, so I think things are going better. But, you know, there's a lot of history that we need to uncover. There's thousands of years of oppression that we need to break past, and I think we're just at the beginning of that. And I feel like the more that those boundaries break, the more you'll see women, you know, show up in hip hop, just like you'll see them show up in other businesses and other ventures.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's definitely happening all over the place, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you know, I've had people be like, oh, they're like being overly, you know, and I've seen it in movies where they're just like shoving feminism down people's throats, and I get it, that sometimes it's a bit much, but we were being the misogynistic BS was being shoved down our throats for a very long time. I mean, back from like, for myself, I had to realize that like Little Mermaid, like one of my favorite cartoons growing up, was a girl giving up her voice to be with a man, you know, like, and not saying, you know, the cartoon was fun and it was cute, but it does send a message. It sends a message where it's like, you as a woman should downplay who you are in order to allow someone to love you, or the person that you love to accept you, or, you know, like those kind of, you know, hidden messages behind things that, you know, it's not so good. It's not so good for the ladies, man. But, you know, I'm excited because, again, I see things changing. I'm very excited for the new generation of women who are able to say that they had a female vice president. You know, they have someone like that to look up to. Those things matter so much, man. It really, really does. Even seeing, like, the fact that she's a woman of color, it really makes a difference because, you know, as a woman of color, as a Middle Eastern woman, you definitely think that people will make you believe that your powers are limited, that you can only go so far, you know, before you're stopped. There is the ceiling. Right. And it's a beautiful thing to see people in those positions breaking those ceilings and making way for other women. And, you know, it's tough, man. It's truly tough. In the conversation today, there was someone who was like, you know, if you're a dope female, it doesn't matter. People will give you respect and this and blah, blah, this and that. And she's right, you know, in the sense that if you're dope, like, and you don't give up, people will recognize that. But I was happy that the other people in the having conversation were like, if you're dope, you're dope. But there is still a lot of issues in terms of, like, when it comes to marketing or record labels. They don't know how to deal with female rappers. The only female rappers that they know how to deal with are the ones who are overtly sexualized. And nothing is, for me, I think that there's nothing wrong with that. There's a place for that. You know, there's a place for a Cardi B. There's a place for Megan Thee Stallion. Although I did not know that she's actually like super ill as a rapper, so she's like a triple threat in terms of, you know, she's a dope rapper, she's beautiful, and she knows how to move her body, and, you know, she can do all the things. But I think there needs to be more of a space for artists like Rhapsody or Jean Grey, or, you know, there's so many others, E-Turn, that we had on here. You know, like, they need to be heard more, and they should be appreciated for their talents because they're awesome. And anyone who hears them thinks that. But, you know, we have to do so much more legwork to make that happen. And it is what it is. But, you know, that's the struggle. The struggle we live through.
Yeah, I think, like, to make, you know, more lanes, I guess, like, you know, Erykah Badu, right? Yeah. Like, because obviously the other side, sex sells, that's easy enough, right? So so the other side is like, it's like a commercial rapper versus an underground rapper. An underground rapper has to set themselves apart in a more artistic way. Yeah. So, you know, a more blessed.
Thank you. So it's snowy and cold over here, yo.
Sorry, go ahead. So I think like the more, super dope, more conservative female on that side would need to come at it right with other attributes within their art and stuff like that. Maybe some artistic visuals or whatever. To set yourself apart.
I mean, this is how I feel. Rhapsody has won a Grammy. She won a Grammy from Kendrick Lamar's album. And still, when I ask most people, do they know who Rhapsody is, they will say no. She has dope visuals. Like, she has, all these things. But because she's not like put on the radio, or or at least I haven't heard her on the radio, or I don't know, like, I don't know why people don't know who she is. And a lot of people do know. A lot of people do know who she is, and let me not downplay it, because she is celebrated by the hip hop community majorly. But I'm talking about the masses in terms of being on that level as a Jay-Z or a Nas or the greats out there. There are female rappers who have that ability if they were appreciated, and I don't know what the answer is of why they are not, but
she's on Rhymesayers, right?
Rhapsody? I don't think so. Rhapsody, I'm pretty sure she's with Ninth Wonder's crew. Let's see. Let's look that up real quick.
Because the reason why I asked is because even like the artists in Rhymesayers and Ninth Wonder's crew are more like the underground lane versus a more commercial lane, right?
Let's see. It says she launched her solo career in 2008 after signing with Ninth Wonder. It's a Wonderful World music group. And then let's see. I saw something about Rock Nation, which is pretty big.
Yeah, but is she signed?
Rhapsody signed to Jay-Z's record label Rock Nation in July 2016. So
okay. That's
Jay-Z's record label. Like that's where Rihanna is at, and a lot of other goats. So exactly my point. I mean, Rhymesayers is amazing, and like you said, they work with a lot of underground artists, and I quote underground because what does underground mean?
I was about to actually get into that a little bit. Okay, so there's a couple different sides as terminology and stuff has evolved. Okay. So like a commercial record versus an underground record, some people would say that's like, a money status. Like there's a difference in like that. Okay. So an underground artist. Now, to me, as an artist or whatnot and music appreciator, I kind of feel like underground is more stylistic, like in like the sound and the message and the flows and stuff like that.
So like not commercial.
Yeah, like underground hip hop versus like hip hop.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, because that's basically, what, and that goes for like I think every genre. Once you get to a certain level, it's like you become a pop artist versus whatever you specialize in, meaning that you create music for everyone and you're gonna tweak in. We know a pop song when we hear it.
Yeah.
Or like
but you can have successful underground artists.
Oh yeah. Please. I mean, someone, and I'll take Rhapsody as an example, is like, she is extremely successful in what she does. There are people who love her, and not just people, lots of people who love her and follow her, and are she's really successful in what she does. Like I said, she's won, actually I thought she won 1 Grammy. She's won 2 Grammys. So, she's, I mean, if you're not successful as a Grammy winner, then I don't know what you consider success to be, but absolutely. I mean, whenever I talk to artists, it's like you have to figure out what success means to you. And I think that's a really important thing to map out for yourself. Okay, it's like, do you want to make pop songs? Do you want to, be in commercials? Like what do you want to do? Because those things will alternate how you should pursue your path or pursue your career significantly. And
and how you write songs.
And how you write songs, absolutely. Yeah. I feel like for myself, I'm definitely one of those artists that likes to do it all. I like to do dibble dabble here, there. I like all kinds of music. People think that I'm like, and of course I love hip hop is my love for sure, but like I love reggae for a long time was my favorite genre of music. I love dance, I like techno, I like classical. Like I like everything. I like sound, I like instrumentation. I want to do everything. That's me. Just like I like to look sporty one day and I like to look super classy the next or whatever. I like switching it up the same way I like to switch up my food flavors. It's like one day I want to eat Chinese, the next day I'm going to eat Persian food, the day after that might be Italian. That's just kind of how I look at it, and that's how I am happy in life. And I think everyone has to find what makes them happy. That's important. But yeah, I mean, hip hop is interesting because I always say this when people are always like, hip hop is dead. I'm like, hip hop will never die because hip hop belongs to the people. That's what people forget. It's like that commercial stuff you hear is commercial, but hip hop always has and always will belong to the people. And in every city and every town you go to, you will find rappers. They do exist. They are literally everywhere, and they're expressing themselves in different ways, and it's a beautiful thing. And some of them, they might not care to even be famous. They might not care to leave their hometown. They just want to make their music and keep it moving.
Freestyle at the party.
Exactly. For real.
Too. Yeah, no, real.
Yeah, 100%. So, you just got to find your lane and find what makes you happy. I'm definitely going to be that like 80-year-old lady at an open mic rapping. That's going to be me. And I enjoy that. I love being able, hopefully by then COVID will be gone. And
lady in, what is that movie? Hold on. It's got Adam
The
Sandler.
Wedding.
The Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer. That will be me. That will 100% be me. I said a hip hop, a hip it to the hip hop, you don't stop. Yeah, that's gonna be me. So y'all get ready for that. I'm gonna be all old and wrinkly and spitting rhymes for y'all. Spitting that fire. Put my dentures in and everything.
Right.
But that's something I really love it. I love being able to connect with other artists, connect with talented people. I love being able to see other folks who are passionate, whether it's a music, business, whatever you're doing. Like if you have passion, I want to know who you are, because it's hard, man. This life is hard. As we know, COVID-19 has thrown us all for a loop, especially those of us in the entertainment world where our jobs was usually to entertain lots of people in a small space or in a big space or whatever. But that has, completely changed, and we're still waiting for things to go back to normal or whatever you want to call it. But
dude, I don't like, man, it's so freaky because it's like, is it ever gonna go back? Like,
one day.
I don't think it's gonna go back to normal. I think that we're just going to morph into a different space in time.
I mean,
we're in the future now. It's 2021. Yeah.
We've already had like the. And actually, maybe JH can speak to this since he's our tech guy. But we've already started with like the technological revolution, right? Where it's like things are becoming more tech savvy. Things are going online more, and soon it's like the AI revolution is like right around the corner.
It's right around the corner, man. They already tapping into it.
Yeah, and you know, so I do think that all of this is playing together for us to be in a different world, you know. But yeah, I mean, what I always like to say, change is the only constant. When you look back 100 years, you'll be like, that's how they were living? How did they, what? You know, forget 100 years back, like 50 years ago, 20 years ago, okay? 20 years ago.
Kids now are like, you grew up without a phone?
You had to dial up. What is a rotary phone? Like, there's so many layers of things that have changed drastically.
What are you talking about, Star 69?
What do you mean? What the hell is a payphone? You know, like yeah.
Real talk, man. What
so
was
you
it,
know,
like, call collect. You remember that? Call collect.
Remember 100? Pagers? Remember like CDs? Yo. What the hell happened to CDs, yo? That did not last that long, you know. God. But you know, that's the way of the world. Things are constantly changing, and I think they're only going to change more. And yeah, I mean, this pandemic has definitely made people realize how useful technology can be. So I think it's not going to stop, and it's only going to continue to grow. And honestly, we can do a lot of cool things with technology, so I'm kind of excited about it. As long as these greedy bastards don't do what they like to do and mess things up for all of us, we can hopefully be living like we're on Star Trek or something. I don't know.
People are finding useful technologies now, and there are start coming on the market because of COVID. Their COVID shots, people are very good at that.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like that's definitely not the right response.
Right.
But I think,
oh yeah. They're already working on those.
They're talking about implementing a passport in your yeah, essentially the thing I would probably
Yeah, I mean, I think there will be a surge of that. I saw the other day that Bill Gates was like talking about other viruses that could affect us, and I was like, great.
Yeah, sorry, I realized my mic was muted, so sorry about that, guys. But basically what I was saying is that the COVID vaccination, once you have it, people are going to want to get out and do stuff, but it may not be the right answer. You do want to make sure you're not spreading the virus still, because if you have the COVID vaccine, that doesn't mean you can't spread it to other people. So make sure. Yeah, so make sure even once you get your vaccine that you're adhering to the guidelines. But hopefully, what if the administration does what they're going to do, or what they're saying they're going to do, and continue to dole out these vaccinations like they are. Maybe by next year we'll see market improvement in things that we normally would like to do, like going to shows on the weekends and stuff like that. I think that'll start to open up again. It'll take time. I mean, we're living in this weird middle place where nobody's doing anything, but
limbo.
I definitely think within the next 2 to 3 years, the live scene is gonna come back a bit. It may not be exactly how you remember it. Right. But I mean, for example, we've been at a couple shows, and there's been maybe 10 to 20 people there. So if there are, I imagine in the future, as people start getting their COVID vaccinations, those numbers will go up. They may not go up like 1,000%, but even if it,
man, I don't know. I feel like if once they give the clear of like, we have eradicated the situation and it's like finally safe to like have concerts and festivals again, like when South by Southwest gets it okay
every time they get.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's gonna be. I know I'm gonna act a fool. I'm just gonna go around hugging people. Like I don't know you, but come here, give me a hug. Like for real, it's and I know I'm considered a social butterfly, so not everyone feels that way. But I also know there's a lot of people who do feel that way. So it's gonna be crazy. And like you were saying, like people are gonna go out every chance they get.
Every chance, because they're gonna be like, dude, I don't know when this is gonna shut down again. Let me get it in my concerts.
I'm telling you,
like who knew our concerts would be taken away from us,
bro.
Not just concerts, like
anything
live, like anything, going to comedy shows, but dances, like
weddings, like so many things have been put on hold because of COVID-19.
Like kids who take piano lessons and guitar lessons and dance lessons, literally, man, like those recitals are not recitals anymore. They're
right.
They're making a video compilation for their parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of their performance, and it's crazy.
Not only that, it's like the psychological damage that it's having on kids and not just kids, on everyone. We are social creatures, human beings are absolutely social and need interaction in order to have a healthy life.
Yeah,
so
amen to that.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy. Even I saw an article about like losing groups of friends that you don't even realize that you had. Like, for example, like one thing that I've realized is I took for granted that I got a chance to see a lot of artists when I went to those shows. I would be like, oh, I'm gonna see what's it called at that show.
The next show.
Yeah. Like I just knew that I was gonna see those folks, and I took that for granted. But now I don't have those shows to see them. And it's like, dang, like I really miss everyone so much. Or like the place where you get your coffee at, like you get to know the barista, or just random, your work colleagues, like I have my team that I talk to every day, but of course there was like a bunch of other people who were not on my team, but I got a chance to see and be like, hey, what's up, how's it going? And I don't see them, or I rarely talk to them anymore. And it sucks super hard. That's what she said. But throwing that in there in the midst of all this sadness. But yeah, I mean, we'll get there together. We're going to survive. I can't imagine how much worse it would have been if we didn't have the internet and didn't have the opportunity to FaceTime and
by yourself.
What? Yes, it would be so much worse.
If you have an animal, you might be lucky.
Right? I'm telling you, it would be bad. It would be really, really bad. So shout out to the technology for at least giving us that. And man, I mean, in the 1920s, this happened 100 years ago. They didn't have it. They didn't have no internet. They were in true isolation. At least now we have like Netflix and we can binge watch things and keep our mind busy.
Yo, shout out to Ashley Sierra.
Hey, Ashley Sierra.
She has made a comment, and I think it translates to y'all need to freestyle rap.
All right. I like that. Victory twerk. I don't even know what I'm going to rhyme to that. Victory twerk. All right. Go ahead, JH. Give us something. Chilling right here Friday, hip hop organics, yeah. You know we going around the world. Oh, I'm just chilling, I'm a Persia girl, so I'm happy and I just wanna win. Give that victory twerk, let the buns just go through it. Let them clap, we just doing this, we going around taking laps. Yeah, you know you gotta clap. Oh yeah, I'm just feeling this groove. I know I should do this, but I'm not brand new. I'm 34 going on 35. Yeah, you know we do this off the top and we are truly live. Oh yeah, we got the sauce. Yeah, you know I do this and I don't care that I'm a boss. I just wanna make sure that you gotta really floss. Get that dirt out of your teeth, cause you know that you don't wanna be Rick Ross. Having health issues. Shout out to him cause I hope he's doing good too. Yeah, it's getting really cold. Yeah, I'm feeling really bold, but I don't know. It's Black History Month, too many sold. Oh, yeah, slavery, that's a real topic. Yeah, you know I do this and I don't want to drop it. The ball is in your court. Yeah, tell me how you got it. Yeah, dribble and make it. I don't know that many basketball references. You know I'm independent. Just living life like it's butter. It's super smooth cause you know I'm just coming through. It's no other that you can see. Yeah, just see me. I do this every single day and I live freely cause I wanna make sure I'm like a toast. Yeah, you know I do the most. Yeah, call me Coffee cause her song was really the best thing that I heard, cause you know that it's smooth. I say give me that milk and churn it, cause you know it's rude when you don't give some to your family cause they gotta eat. Oh yeah, so lyricists, go ahead and give them some heat. Hey,
yo, who got the heat when it's all in the pack of the Pampers? Go ahead and try to get back with a band up. Like, yo, I don't really know you and you need to stand 6 feet back up, put a building tracks up. They ain't really know what I'm building. So lyricists right here for the children. And y'all know that I'm solid right here when I rock shit all day. When it's this hip hopper, you know that I'm dropping it, cold and concocting it with these concoctions solid. You cannot stop it. Yeah, I'm gonna be up on this microphone, better known as the conglomerate. Yo, who got it down solid? I'm high for the popper. You can't say nothing like what's up. Say props to your papa and everybody in between. I be on this microphone, hit you with the gelatine, smack it in, back up with the ratchet is turning quick. Y'all know how my hatchet is. That's with the blasphemous. Know when my axe coming back, leave it strapped with the 6 strings. No, they knew on intact after one breaks. Maybe that's that G string. Know how I break it down. No, I'm the scion. Bygones, let them be and return to bygones. I be on this mic like, hi mom, peace, rest in peace and power. Y'all know how to do it. That's the streets. Learn from the hours.
Learn from the hours. Oh yeah, I'm a cream, but I ain't sour. Oh yeah, I like to be louder than anyone else. You know, I got my health to worry about, cause that's just how you live. And you know, I'm not trying to do this and get too rich without helping people around me. Yeah, these actors, they be clowning, and I don't know, but maybe I'm not anime. That scion power is coming through, you know, let it be bygone. It's the hour that you see you come through with the time. I tell them how we do this and I don't even care to rhyme, cause it doesn't matter, you just say what you need. I'm not ratchet, you know, I just got it how we bleed. Oh yeah, put that blood, sweat and tears. You know, in this life you gotta live with no fear. Just go through, make sure you do it and be a solid human. Yeah, you know we rock it cause we do this and we not snoozing. We stay woke, yeah, it ain't a joke how we go. I'm doing this and I'm climbing up on the rope, and it's cool like I put it on my toast. I said that before, the butter is how we do this. We go, hey, I ain't a ghost, so you can see me every time I do this, and I live my life so freely. Oh yeah, and that's the truth. We just be recording in the booth. Oh yeah, I do this and I'm not dancing like Footloose. Ooh. Cause it's cool. I wanna make sure that I do this and I eat all my food, all my nutrients. Make sure that we got the trees, you know how it is. Cause we gotta make sure we love the leaves. Oh yeah, when it's coming down and fall, the different colors that we see, and we don't ever wanna brawl. Cause we just be giving love, you know, helicopters, anything we do. Cause you know that I just copped her. Oh, I don't know, but you know it's cool. I don't know what else to say, so I'ma pass to you.
Hey, welcome to school. It's the teacher, not the preacher, man. Coming through the reacher, and that's how I do it. You can drop the words in the feed in the comments, and you know I'ma blow through it. Get it? Like the trees, that's the broccoli. That's how I do it. In between the buns with the cheese. That's a sandwich I used to order at my old coffee shop. Now my not used to make beats a lot when I would bring my machine, put it on that tabletop. Know how the fable drops. Yo, I drop atomic. That's actually the beat I made from a sample that I chopped quick out, not using logic. So I had to move back with the bumpers, man. Bring it back with a beanie. See me right here on your TV. They don't really want to get down with a screen. D. I'm Einstein, fine mine. I be on the mic. It's like, what up? It's prime. Ribs, maybe. I got 500. They can't quite tell me. He's like, yo, he's fly something else. Hey, yo, I think she wants to shag. Do it like that. He's like, what up? Put it in the bag. Yep. That's how I groove, like it's so sad. Don't make me mad. I'll put your ass in a glad bag and take you out in the trash fast. Yo, that's just how I'm doing it. Rolling on some funny-ish. Let me go down the list. Yo, got the Doberman. Yo, he's like he's over, man. Pull him in his Range Rover. I'm pulling over the cops, and I just punched him out in West Valley, man. West Valley City. I'm in the tally for gritty. Y'all know I'm from Tallahassee, and that's no Smitty, no Smithy, just Wesson. I'm the metal smith, collecting it with the pedal grip. Yeah, I got the metal grip, moving like it's here Metallica or Buckethead. That's the buckets for short. Y'all know how to do it. That's the guitarist. I'm doing this all for sport. You know how I just groove like Kobe shorts. Damn, yo, it's past the knees. I straight drop it on the microphone every time that I breathe. Every time I see, I make this chord bleed out from the screens. It's like veins on the widescreen. Take my belt. Welcome to the Kuiper Belt. I'm just a sniper. You can see my felt tips penetrate your mind from the inside. He's like, yo, what's up? How does he let his pen glide? Over here, is he the Silver Surfer? Maybe, maybe not. I'm wilting, you hold the cursor. I take the refrigerated doors and smack you with them. I put your head up in it and call it a catechism. Hey yo, this how I do it. I'm rapping within the music. I'm snapping within my deuces. Yep, within my deuces. My 2 fingers is how I hold my penmanship. Do it like this, dog. My whole flow, friendmanship.
Yeah, got that dope flow. Yeah, I like to make sure I grow every day a little more. Cause you gotta stay solid like you and iron. You know, I'm just not trying to be a
iron.
Yeah, roar like a lion. I'm just not dying, living this life to the fullest. Cause you know I keep trying every day that I'm grow a little more. I don't know, but I get bored and it gets really hard in this world. Cause it's a pandemic going on. I don't know, but I'm going on like 10 months strong. Cause it's crazy how we gotta make sure that our mind is better than before. Yeah, before you let it all just dribble down. I don't know, but maybe you could get out of town for a few days, drive that Iron Man. I don't know, but I'm not flying. You know how it is. I'm just staying on the land. Maryland is where I'm from. You know how we do this, and we have a lot of fun. And it's cool because I'm driving my Toyota. Yeah, you know, I'm telling them to come over and kick it. I'll pour some tea so you can drink it. That interaction that we have, you know that we stay gifted, because there's no time like the present. Make sure that you use it. Yeah, because if you do, don't you snooze and then you lose it, and then it's like, ooh, I regret what I didn't do yesterday, but now you got the time right now, so what else do you have to say? Just make sure that you put it in the calendar, make sure you laugh. Shout out to Robin Williams who passed. You know that you was a man, making us laugh every single day. I'm just like the goof troops that I saw. It's okay. I forgot what that pop star was in the movie, but it was awesome because they were camping, and you know it was groovy that they were doing themselves, being themselves, because you know there ain't nothing better in this world when you are true to yourself. And yeah, that energy is magnetic, you know. It's like that. It's like you're levitating, and you just gotta go to it. You know, in this life, you just gotta go through it, cause it's so much hell, but there's heaven on the other side. And I tell them, you just keep grinding until you don't have any more energy left in your lungs. Research how they do this, and yeah, don't be dumb. Shout out to Ashley Sierra. Check out her song Dummy. That shit is fire. Yeah, okay, and it should be on television. Yeah, Lil Uzi Vert thinks he's Vision. He got a diamond in his head, and I'm like, what the hell's going on with him? Instead, spend those millions on opening up a school. Yeah, but instead you're out here acting like you a fool, and it's not cool, because they just look at you, they drool, and they're like, oh, there's a mark right in the middle of your head. I don't know why you do this, but you know, that's your choice, and that's cool, I guess. We don't have a guest, so we gonna keep freestyling instead.
Hey, yo. I want to hear this beat for like 4 bars.
Okay, do it. This beat is fire.
Hey, yo, I like the instrumental to play for a second, cause my head is up in the heavens. Yo, music is my medicine. It's also the language that I speak with. So I listen first, input, then output. Y'all know how to take them out. Look, go ahead, try to bring them about. Books, I'll go ahead. He's like, yo, how did he do that? How did he put the pieces together? May he be rereaded it, reddited it, maybe giving him a little bit of the credit. You know how to spit it. Hey, yo, maybe he just got the list. Maybe he just on some stutter shit. Maybe that's just an effect, special. Ain't no auto-tune. I be up on this microphone. It's like, bring your auto, dude. But you need to tune your brain to the earth. And that's just how it is, so your heart can be birthed and keep your soul alive when I'm here for the prescriptions. Prescriptions to provision, my profession to give y'all the subscriptions that you need. Know how to break it on down when you breathe with the put you on section with the soul lyricist. Flows out this chest like, damn dog, how'd he do it? I got the microphone in my fist coming through, leaving them all looking stupid. Cupid, be shooting shots with the love on my heart, like landing out these dots when you know it's the next week. Chest beat, next blast. I be on the mic like my sister's birthday on that day, the 14th of February. You know how to break it down, dog. My flow scary. I'm like too many flutters in yellow like canary, but they can't quite catch the bird. He's still chirping. I wake up early, get the worms, then I'm out of here. Flying everybody on the microphone, I'm out of here. I did the clouds keep coming near. Nah, dog, I'm flying south. It's too cold for this. He like, what up, dog? Hey, yo, let me roll my sleeves right to my elbows and get on my knees and pray a bit. Maybe put my hands in the sand. Nah, dog, let me get the snow, put it on my face. Wake up a little bit at 4 in the morning. That's when I get ready for work storming.
Hey, cause we getting in for work. I don't know, but I don't wanna be a jerk. Hey, in this life, what's it worth? That respect that you earn, does it hurt? Cause they done it first. I don't know who did it, but that's just how it's been heard. Yeah, history, her story, whoever wrote it, that's who got the chance to maybe lie, maybe exaggerate. Okay.
DJ JH on the ones and
switching
twos.
It up. JH on the ones and twos, never giving up. Giving us that heat fire. Yeah, I'm out here and I ain't a liar, cause I do this and I'll do this till I retire. Oh yeah, you can say your highness sire. Oh yeah,
Telekinetic.
Tell me, telekinetic. Yeah, you know that I done said it many times, cause I can read your mind. Oh yeah, they do this and they don't even be lying. Oh yeah, that's a pink pen. Yeah, you know I do this and it's been written a million times before that you got the glory, how it is, but you know this is my story. And yeah, I'm just feeling it, all the USBs, you know how it is. Call me the queen bee, cause we coming through with the facts, all those files that you can bring on your Mac. Oh yeah, that Apple, yeah, that paper, you know how it is. I hope I'll see you all later and I can give you a hug, make sure you good. Yeah, you know, feeling really happy, joyful. Yeah, you know, this life, it can be so royal. And I don't even know what that is. Is that a pouch? Yeah, I'm watching Netflix on my couch. Oh yeah, and I ain't going south, I'm going to Maryland. You know what that's about on the East Coast. Yeah, you know how we do this, we roast everything we want. And you know, we got all the jokes. Yeah, cause we be hyping you up. Got the wires that we stay connected. We don't give up, we don't give up. And you know that it's on, cause Wu-Tang is where we come from. Hey, cause that's the East Coast. Shout out to NY, we on fire. You know how it is, but you know I ain't gonna be like a tire that ain't got no air. I'm just gonna take you there, and I'm gonna make sure that my words are clear. Shout out to Seas, yeah, we got all that water. Yeah, you know how it is, cause in this life it gets harder. So make sure you wear a helmet and make sure you prepared. And every day you gotta make sure that you care.
And don't give me that cold stare. I just pop you with a cold snare. Maybe Piccolo, hang him on the drums. I be on the microphone, meet me on the one. Big dog, that's the funk philosophy. If y'all don't know about James Brown, get round for me. Yo, that's real, that's talking right here from the heart. Know I got skills in the dark. Yo, you can't quite catch them. Light beams laced with my eyeball, cyclops taking off my skies, y'all. That's why I keep my glasses on in the night and in the day. They ain't like Solio told you so. Yo, I break it on down like the Holy Ghost. Can't quite catch them, dog. Yo, too high for the most high did it first, so I break it down. I'm like Louis Armstrong, puff cheeks, know me at the end of the week. Old beats, MCs can't quite tell how the old leaf. That's a page turn, maybe that's a few pages turn. Yeah, sucker MCs know chapters gon' burn. That's just how it goes down. Ask the Romans. Hey yo, I'm back like a soldier right here provoking anybody that wanna get down and gritty. Hey yo, dog, go ahead, put in my hand 550 for the late track. That's just the down payment. I be on the mic, I'm about to lounge Smith. Yo, go ahead, lay down the pavement. That's just how it is, like I'm working out this grave shift. Damn, yo, I put it to the man, hopping out the manhole like all four of them. Breaking on through like Renaissance scrubbing. Donatello, Leonardo, Raphael, and y'all know who it is. Michelangelo swinging nunchucks to your face. Bruce Leroy playing ping pong. Man can't say nothing here where I swing from. Too universal for your cheeks on. And yo, this how it's gonna do like universal. I take the Unibomb and put it in a hearse or two. Chop them up, trying to break it down in the box and stuff. Coming through, dog, what you locking up? Better open up the safe. Yo, got the keys, make it just light them up. Out the whole space. Got the supernova or the black hole. Which way is gonna go, out or the intro? I be on the mic, out with the pimp though.
Out with the pimp though, I don't know, but I ain't gonna strip hoe. I'm just gonna be me, be myself, cause there's nothing else better in this world. You can put all your money on it. Yeah, we universal. I'm so smart that my friends call me Urkel, but I'm a lot more sexier, cause you know I got them hips and they don't lie. Shakira said that you can make me rich. Hey, yeah, you know I ain't trying to be no snooty queen, you know I'm trying to leave all the beautiful things in this world, keep them bright. You know how it is, cause you gotta make sure you see the light. And shout out to people who see that for you when you in the darkness, cause you know it gets so gritty out there and people wanna put you even lower, put you in the ground in the mud, but you know you just grow more when you in down there. It's like a seed, you know how it is, but I'm just trying to breathe. And that's shout out to the people who ain't got the chance. I do this, and you know sometimes I do relapse, and it's okay, cause we need to be more magical. Yeah, you know, it's just factual. All these people thinking that they got something up their ass, and I'm like, chill, you know what? You need to really relax. Oh, yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, release the tension, let it go, let it be somewhere else. It doesn't serve you, yeah. Leave that man that don't deserve you, and make sure that you stay royal, yeah. Be loyal to yourself more than anyone else, cause it's like oil and water. When they try to mix it up, yeah, it doesn't work, my love. You gotta move all around the country, Nebraska, Ohio, you know what you coming through. It's like a whole another universe that you've seen. Maybe you could bring it to the intentions that you feel. Write it down, make sure that you read it sometimes out loud, that so you can put it out into the world, and yeah, it'll come into your light when you make sure that the steps are written. 1, 2, 3, this is how it is. How do you get it done? Yeah, you gotta make sure you live and do whatever you need to. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm being see-through, like oxygen. You need it but don't see it. Yeah, maybe that's really a secret, and I'm telling you, cause it's the crystal clear things that are what we really fear.
Yo, hey yo, bump it to the rear. If it ain't ready for your life, keep it clear. Hey yo, no, keep it near. That's your own heart and your soul that appears right when you look yourself in the mirror. You like, damn, how they do it like that? Flow too hot, coming through, not snooty. Yo, that's why I'm a fantastic foodie. Fantastic food, man, drastic rude. Coming through magnetic, you can't stab with the static. You can call them collect. And yo, this how I do it. Yo, full circle respect. You know how to do it with the heart. I spray darts. I use this, yo, my flow avant-garde. You can't tell, you probably can't catch them. Like, yo, if you wrote it down, I probably couldn't catch them. Like, damn, is this dude the gingerbread man? Flip it like that as fast as you can. Yo, I love vocal cords. Right here, vocal lord, I coming through. He's like, go ahead, smoke the floor. Keep it on the bounce tight. I've been looking around that bench, right? Trying to find a place to sleep. Like, dang, yo, no house, no whip to eat. Get it? No whip to eat. He like, yo, how do you flip the feet? Yeah, flip the feet, rip the tree. Like, I'm Rick Rude, can I get some sleep? It's like, damn, yo, that's what it is, houseless. Now, kid, trying to find a job, but you all stink. Got no shower. Yo, need a little help to be empowered. I don't need a handout, just a hand up. Yo, let another man, can he man up? Yo, yeah, got a little help. Now I'm on my feet, trying to help somebody else.
Trying to help somebody else. Are you paying attention to your health? Yeah, cause every flower got a blessing. I hope you're not undressing for nobody that you don't want to. Yeah, you know, it's just something that you should think about. I don't know what I'm saying, but I got a lot on my mind that I need to speak about and tell y'all the truth. I don't know what it is to you, cause that might be subjective, but you know I'm doing this cause I love it, and that's my objective, to make you think a little harder about your choices. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I stand up for the voiceless, because they need someone to say something to. Shout out to other unsheltered out here for real, cause Camp Last Hope was broken down the other day, and that's so messed up. I don't know what else to say, but I gotta say it, cause the mayor ain't, and that's some bullshit, and I don't know why they try to paint a picture that's only for them. I don't know, but the lights go dim when we ain't there for one another. Unity is how we help our brothers and mothers. No other. They can't tell us how we do this, cause you know we just the realest. Cause we love each other. Make sure that we not saying curse, not saying hurt. I know how it is when life brings you down so much you just wanna be on something else. But you know you gotta deal with the cause that you were dealt. Yeah, tighten up your belt. Save a little money for a rainy day. Yeah, I don't know, but I just wanna make sure that you glow.
Yo.
Not speaking from ego.
Just to add real quick, we're opening our cipher today to the public. So if anyone is listening and watching, feel free to hop on.
Yeah, feel free to hop on, man.
Just send us a message in the chat and I will send you a link. Also, if you check out our Facebook page, the notification for this show has a link inside. You can just click in there and it'll bring you on in, and we can do a little live public freestyle with y'all. So looking forward to seeing y'all.
I want to see if Soul has his samples today, because if he does, I want to get those samples heard. we talked about it last week, man. We said it.
Yeah, we kind of. I mean, I've got them, but Jay's wanted some extra work.
Oh, okay,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not ready. It's not ready.
More direct input.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Fine. Let's take a little break from freestyling a little bit until we'll come back shortly. I want to talk about something which I find hilarious, but I don't know if y'all saw that Lil Uzi Vert got and I don't know if this is true or not.
It's true.
It is true.
Pictures of it. It's
okay. Well, he got I know that the implant is true. I just don't know if it's a $24 million diamond that he implanted in the middle of his head, in his fucking forehead.
For real?
For real. $24 million on his forehead. I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. I was telling JH, I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed. Although it's not like Lil Uzi Vert has done anything to impress me before for me not to think that he would do something like this. But man, sometimes I'm just like, they really will give money to people who will waste it, and they won't give money to people who they know that will take that money and put it right into the community and uplift their people. Like $24 million, and he said he's been paying for it since 2017. That's 4 years, or let's say 3.5 years, to be young and rich, for real. It's just like, I don't know. I get it, but at the same time, I was thinking about this today. It's like, I know folks who spend money on Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and I just think that it's ridiculous, because you could put that money towards so many better things and make such a more impactful have an impactful legacy. Like, you can actually change someone's life. With, like, people spend a couple of G's on a Gucci bag, but it's like, if you gave that to a kid that can't pay for lunch at school or something, or there's so many good causes to be able to give your money to, and people do that, and it makes me really, it just baffles me. You know what I mean? Like, I understand the need that there's like this side of our society that needs drama and needs that ridiculousness, but man, I don't know. That's all I can say. Let's see. Deb, shout out to Deb. She said Joel and I were talking about that earlier. So many people could be helped with that much money. Especially during COVID time. Like, man, there's so many people suffering. Like, dude, I mean, how much does a school cost? Would it cost more than $10 million to build a school in his neighborhood or whatever? Like, it's just, there's so many ways to do amazing things, and people like drop the ball, and it's it's disheartening. But for the reason why I tell myself, like, don't take it to heart, because I know that there are so many good people out there who do amazing things, and the news doesn't really cover it because it's not flashy news. So shout out to Steez. He's practicing for his battle, and we miss you. And it's just crazy. People were saying how, I don't know if y'all have seen WandaVision. WandaVision is a Marvel TV show that just recently got on Disney Plus. But if you're a part of if you enjoy the Marvel world, I'm sure you know who Vision is. And he has a gem in the middle of his forehead. So I don't know whether that was inspiration or just coincidental. yeah, it's just really annoying. And then on the other side, I'm worried about him. I'm like, you are literally putting a target on your forehead. You're like, hello. Like, I wonder how many people are like, yo, all we gotta do is like punch him in the forehead and that diamond's gonna fall out and we can run with $24 million. Like that. I mean, you know, unfortunately, I've known a lot of people who got killed for a lot less. So the fact that you're putting $24 million on your forehead is just insane for many reasons. And I hope that he stays safe and has really good bodyguards because, yeah, for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yo, so I've been listening to some different music on Sirius XM recently.
Nice.
You know, with the little trial or whatever like that. And
Ashley Sierra said Thanos ended that shit quickly. Yes, he did. He was like, oh, boom, I'm taking that gem. Sorry. It's just crazy what people do. It's like insane. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So Sirius XM.
Yeah. So this is like totally separate. This is like a totally different topic. All right. So, you know, I just to throw it out there, I don't listen to a lot of contemporary commercial rap music that much. Okay. So I was listening to like Shade 45 or something like that. And this
nice.
And this song came on. And I was like, and I mean, I could tell that it was like a new song, right? But I was like, dude, that hook is kind of tight.
Nice.
Okay. And so I listened to the song. I was like, all right, that's what's up. Whatever, kept listening. Anyway, it came back in my listening sessions over a few days, right?
Okay.
And then, like, that same song came on. I'm like, dude, this song is actually kind of tight, yo. Let me find out who this is. So I like was typing in the lyrics to the hook because I remembered it, right? Because it's like mad catchy. And find out the song is called Masterpiece by DaBaby.
Okay. Hell yeah.
The junk is dope, man. I gotta give it to you, brother.
Are
man.
you?
The hook is creative.
Are you like ashamed? You sound
a little.
You over here like
I'm like,
bruh. You know, this is my thing.
What is it? What is it called? Man, where like the Catholics have like the box where you go talk to the priest.
Confessional.
What is that? Confession. I feel like I'm making a confession right now.
Or is it? What is it? Is it
it's
confessional?
A confession. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know, it's funny because DaBaby is dope. There are a lot of
it was fire,
Lil Uzi Vert. Like, there was a time that I was sincerely obsessed with Young Thug. Like, I really like his music. I think he has a lot of talent, and there's a lot of talented folks, and I ain't mad at their creativity. One thing that I tell people is like, people talk about what they know, right? And I can't judge someone for being around a lot of BS or a lot of negativity or whatever. If that's what they have been around, then what else are they going to talk about? I'm not going to be like, oh no, you should talk about education, even though that's not something that you have been exposed to or whatever, right. You know, like I don't want to be elitist in the terms of like, oh yeah, you got to rap this way in order to be tight. Like, you can rap however you want to rap and say whatever you need to. I might not resonate with all of it, but if you make a dope track, I'm gonna, you know, be like, yeah, that's a dope track. I mean, it's a lot of tracks, you know, if it has enough swag, that's enough to sell it to me, you know. That's really all it is. But yeah, there's no shame in liking DaBaby. I think he is dope. You know, I've actually heard a couple of his tracks that I thought he was really dope. So, you know, give these young generation rappers a chance. I mean, come on, even like, it's funny, I was listening to T.I. the other day, and respect to T.I. because he before he really got big. What was his, like, I think his one album that I really like fell in love with him was I'm Serious, before he went like super commercial. But his super commercial songs are super commercial, like he you know, they're not like super impressive, you know. So I feel like, you know, a lot of people give these youngins a hard time, but they're dope, yo. They're doing some awesome things and reviving the energy in hip hop. So more power to them. Just stay safe, man. I'm like, for real, Lil Uzi Vert, like, bro, I've seen so many people, you know, I'm from DC, like we've had a lot of people that were lost in the hip hop game because of it. Not just DC, like everywhere you see it all the time that, you know, people do dumb things and they're around the wrong people and they get taken away, and we don't want them to be taken away. So I'm like, for real, like I hope he has good security. I hope he has some millions for security too. And like Ashley Sierra said, it is all about balance. I believe that there should be a place for everything. You know, there should be a place for twerking music, because sometimes you want to twerk, sometimes you want to make love, sometimes you want to, you know, just have a one night stand, whatever. Like there is a room. Sometimes you want to throw them both, you know, like sometimes you mad as hell, you just want to break down something. So and then sometimes you want music that makes you think. Sometimes you want music that, you know, really takes you to another level, makes you think about things you never thought about, opens your minds to worlds that you haven't seen. There should be room for all of it. That's how I feel. And that's what I was saying earlier about like women in hip hop. It's the same thing. Like people think that like earlier I was watching people have a conversation about it, and they were saying how they would like hate on Cardi B or whatever. And I'm like, dude, there is space for Cardi B. There is a space for that. I just want there to be space for other female rappers as well. I don't want a Cardi B to not exist. You know what I mean? Like, I want Cardi B to exist. I want Rhapsody to be right up there with her. I want there to be like, you know, Ashley Sierra should be up there with them. Like, all, you know, all the dope folks that are talented should have a space. And that's what I think is lacking in the industry, is that balance. Even like with men, I think there is a lack of balance. I mean, we got J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, but that's it. That's like kind of they're like, oh, that's it for conscious rap. That's enough. You know, like everyone else is underground or doesn't get talked about as much. And I feel like that's, I don't know if I want to say fair, because hey, we know that life is not fair, but it's not balanced. And when there is a balance, there is a lot more harmony and beauty in everything. That's how I feel. So,
well, I mean, if you look at the grand scheme, it is balanced. It just doesn't feel balanced. Yeah, I mean, it might not be that balanced in your world or your area, but if you think about the entire universe, it really is balanced. It just might be lopsided in planet Earth.
So, you know, that's the thing. The funny thing about balance is it's very hard to achieve, because even a feather will tip that balance, right? Like you can put a feather on one side and then boom, all of a sudden it's not balanced anymore. So it's a very hard thing to achieve. And
the balance isn't at the same time. Like the balance is actually the tipping of the scale going back and forth. The balance is the good stuff rises all at once, and then all of a sudden it rocks over, and then the, you know, bad things or challenging things happen all at once. And then it will roll back. I like that. More like a pendulum balance than a scale that's completely even.
More like a heartbeat. It goes up this way, goes down this way, and it just keeps going up and down, up and down. And that's how you know there's life. Right. You know, when it's flat, that's when it's over. So I guess for real, like that's, you know, it's of course, no one likes to struggle, but it is a part of life. That's one of the most beautiful things about it, is that the struggles will teach you some lessons that nothing else will teach you. So I guess you're right. But yeah, I mean, I like you said, I do think that the tip of the balance is shifting, and there are things moving in the other direction at this point in history. Just with everything that's going on. We have our first female vice president. I keep saying it because it makes me super happy to say it. And things.
And you know what? I think that we've been going through the shits for many years. I mean,
for many years.
But I feel like that is appropriate here. And
no, I mean, when people talk about women oppression, I don't even like to get into it, because I'm like, bro, thousands of years. So, I hope that it starts going the other way, and things can get better. And and again, all of that is relative and subjective, because you could talk to different people in different nationalities, and they will all have different responses to what they thought was awesome and what was their golden ages and stuff like that. So it's all relative. But yeah, I'm glad that we're alive at this time in history. There's where we got the internets and stuff, and we can stay connected. Oh my God! Speaking of the craziness in this world, did you see what's going on with Myanmar?
No, I have not.
Oh my God! They have a military coup. They freaking took over. The military took over the country. They legit were like, no, the election was rigged, and they had I don't know if it was their first female president, but they kidnapped her. They took her, they kidnapped her and a bunch of other people. Yeah, Myanmar is going through it. It's insane what is going on there, and I feel for the people over there, because I mean, you don't think it can happen until it happens. And I come from a country of revolution, and again, you don't think it can happen until it happens, and then you're like, oh wow. Just like pre-pandemic, we kind of took for granted the fact that we could be out together and right. live life normally. It's like, wow, over there, they have a strict curfew. There's literally military on every street, tanks and all that. It's just it's insane. Yeah. So my heart goes out to Myanmar. Am I saying it right? Jay just don't worry about it. But yeah, definitely craziness going on in the world, which is why, again, it's all subjective. What we experience here, it's so different for people in other places. I mean, I feel like even being from the East Coast and coming here, I was like, wow, life is so different, and we're in the same country. Yeah. So when you go to another country, it's way different. I'm sure folks in Canada have a different perspective. Folks in Mexico have different perspective. Every country, different regions of the country, everyone has different experiences, and
yeah, that's the beauty of the world, in my opinion, is the different cultures.
Yes, me too.
There's some people that I work with that are originally from Mexico, and as we're working, they'll share stories like, oh, in my country the culture does things like this. I mean, and I just find that really, really interesting. I love hearing those
Thanks,
stories.
Deb. Sorry, she said I said it right.
That's what's up. But yeah, I mean, even traveling to Italy was a life-changing experience. Just I mean, going to a completely different country, speaking a completely different language. So right. I had to learn some Italian real quick.
Yes. Grazie.
First off, you don't order a coffee in Italy. They don't have regular drip coffee. Like,
true.
The closest thing to that is a cappuccino. Like, real
Man.
talk. Like, that's the regular coffee.
I mean, I'm sure it's delicious over there.
Yeah, it was delicious.
I mean, I feel like I went to Italy when I was like 16 or something. You know, my family is full of, you know, we have immigrated to many different places, and my dad left Iran when he was 17, went to Switzerland, and he didn't speak a lick of, I guess he was on the German side of Switzerland. He didn't speak a lick of German, alone, you know, like didn't have much, you know, his parents, they came from like a family of 7 kids and a bunch of cousins and whatever, but he was there all alone, not speaking the language, and had to figure it out. And he made friends with an Italian man, and so they kept in touch for many years. And then eventually my dad took us to visit him in Italy, which was an amazing experience. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, and I was thinking about this the other day because I knew about like the Nazi racism before I knew about slavery racism. And it's probably because I have family that, you know, lives in Germany, and that's what I was like exposed to. I guess at the age I was, I got exposed to the World War II memorials and the museums, and going to Berlin and stuff, and seeing all the things there. You know, they're super ashamed of what happened, and my brother was really into history. Nonetheless, I learned about that, and I learned how, like, basically if you have brown hair and brown eyes, and you know that in certain places of the world they look at you differently. And then when I came here I was born here, but for those who don't know, I lived in Iran from when I was like 5 to 10 years old. And then when I came back, that's when I started to like really learn about slavery and the history behind that. And I was like mortified, and I have to talk about this because it's Black History Month and it's really important. And there's a huge difference between, you know, and I know a lot of people who will be like, oh, you know, the Holocaust was horrible. It was nothing to take lightly at all. It's horrifying when I took a literature class in the Holocaust, and that was the most stressful class I ever took. It was reading all those things was like, whew, I was like crying and I'm laughing, but like for real, it's really hard to read the things that were happening to them. But man, when I found out about the history of like slavery in the U.S., I just was like beyond tears, beyond mortified, beyond like to take away your knowledge of self, like to man, like it's just insane. It's insane how crazy the, you know, trans-American slave trade, that was the most insane thing that I've ever heard of in my entire life. Like, we can talk about what is it called? The Crusades. That was insane. I think that's another really, people don't talk about it, but that was really rough. Like, millions of people were killed in the name of religion. But slavery, man, it was just on some evil shit. Like not only are we gonna tear you away from your homeland, we're gonna have you not know where you're from. We're gonna take you away from your parents. We're gonna sell you off. We're gonna rape you. You're gonna raise our kid. Like, just all kinds of, oh my God. When I learned about that, it was like, I don't have words. I was just like, how are people still racist? How? Like, how are you, knowing the history, how could you still even be in any capacity okay with being tied to that bullshit? You know what I mean? Like, how could you ever be okay with that? It's insane to me. And And I remember coming here, and as I got older, I understood that, like, because I have cousins who've never been to Iran, and even for like a lot of immigrants, they assimilate, they want to be liked or whatever, and they lose their culture or are ashamed of their culture and things like that. And it just mortified me in so many ways. And
I mean, on another note, have you has everyone watched this show called Good Lord Bird?
Oh man, that show has been bringing up these feelings for me.
Yeah, it has. I think that's really where the inspiration really comes from. So we had some deep talks about the state of things watching that show. It's pretty cool. Like I mean, I don't know, the state of it's not cool, but the show itself is a really interesting show. It's like a kind of a comedic take on slavery, and it's like hundreds of years into slavery at that point. And you're following this young boy who basically stumbles upon this man and his family who are basically rebels. They're rebelling from the north, and they come down and they're just murdering anyone who doesn't like or who loves slavery and is trying to like keep slavery in the South. And they just go around, they shoot people and start like little wars and like guerrilla war style stuff. Like, it's really, really crazy. But,
and aren't they like based on true stories too?
Yeah, I think some of it is based on true stories. It was like just before the Civil War happened, but there was like militia groups of these people who were going around and trying to abolish slavery all by themselves. But yeah, it's a really, really interesting show. Let's see. Deb asked, what platform is that show on? I don't know. Let me look it up real quick.
It's really good. I mean, for me, it triggered those feelings of hurt, of like, wow, how can human beings be so evil? But
it's on Showtime, by the way.
It's on Showtime. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's on HBO Max or not. It may be on HBO Max now. What's the show called again? Good Lord Bird. Good Lord Bird.
It's really good, and it has a comedic take to it, so it's like with a lot of the darkness, and it gets to it gets lighter.
Like the whole premise is that the lead character, who's played by Ethan Hawke, or one of the lead characters, is confuses the actual lead character, this young boy, as being a girl, and so he mistakes him as being a girl the whole time. And like the conceit is that black people at the time, they learned how to lie really well, so he just kind of went with it because he didn't feel like he had any other choice. And so Ethan Hawke like hands him like this dress that he had meant to give his daughter, and all of his sons who are with him as part of the militia are like, that's a $2 store-bought dress, Dad. It's hilarious, and he ends up having to wear the dress forever, basically, as long as this person's alive. But yeah, it's crazy. It's a really crazy show. I highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I highly recommend watching it as well, because it's good to know your history. And one thing that, speaking of tipping of the scales, I have enjoyed like the fact that there are more movies and shows that are shedding light on how bad those situations were. The show, oh my God, I'm gonna forget, with Regina King that she just did. Come on, Josh, JH, help me out. Yeah, she just did the oh my God.
I don't know what you're talking
The Watchmen. About. The Watchmen show.
Oh, Watchmen, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That show is incredible. Again, that also touches a lot about what happened in oh my God, today is Friday, my brain is just
it's been a long week.
It was the bombings that happened in, what was it, Tennessee or
no, it was Tulsa,
Oklahoma. And it sheds a lot of light on that situation where, again, these are things that you don't really learn about in like your U.S. history class.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely just wanted to touch on that because it's Black History Month, and I want people to understand how important knowing knowing history is, because if you don't know your history, you are doomed to repeat it, you know. And it can frustrate you, but understanding it and then being able to, there's a lot of healing in understanding it, I think. What was the other show that we recently watched with oh my god, all the names are
yeah, no names.
It was like the horror show from back in the day. It was like a lot of aliens, not alien stuff, but
alien stuff. Okay.
With the comedy producer. No.
Yeah, with the comedy producer.
Key and Peele.
Sure. They made an alien movie?
No, the show.
What? Key and Peele?
The TV show. What? Not Key. What is it? Jordan Peele, I think. He produced the show.
I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about oh no, I'm forgetting it too. It's American something.
What is it called?
It's like Stranger Things. It's like the black version of Stranger Things.
It's like Get Out, but but better.
I mean, I don't know what y'all are sipping on, but I definitely do not want that.
Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Somebody will tell us in the comments.
Yeah, someone will tell us, hopefully, in the comments. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
Tap in, fam. Tap in.
We need your help. But yeah, that show, there was, there's another show that when I was watching it, it's like a lot of craziness going on, but I feel like there's a lot of healing in that process. It was really beautifully put together, and I like
Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country, Jesus. That is a great show, and I think like there's a lot of crazy parts, but I really felt like there was healing while you're watching the show, and ancestral healing, because we carry the pain of our forefathers, whether we know it or not. I mean,
they have a section, like one major plot device in the movie is that there's a particular character who's able to kind of transcend time, and she relives like periods of her past and comes forward, and basically she's lived like 100 lifetimes basically, and it's like learned along the way like all of these things, and she has like this different way of seeing the world. It's definitely an awesome show. I'd highly recommend that too.
Shout out to Misha Green, because she's the creator of the show, and Jordan Peele is one of the writers, but I want to give a shout out to the goddess Misha Green for creating the show, because for real, like when I was watching it, I felt like ancestral healing, even though I don't come from that history, but just watching it, I could see like there was like tears coming down my eyes, because I'm like, this is necessary. Like, people don't realize how much that pain still affects them today, and it does. And yeah, definitely I would recommend watching that as well. Lovecraft Country. And I want to, since we're on that topic, I'm going to give you guys some Black History Month factoids that I don't know if a lot of people know, but it's worth knowing. So there was 12.5 million Africans shipped to the New World during the transatlantic slave trade. Fewer than 388,000 arrived in the U.S. So a lot of them, I think most of them.
Say those numbers again. Give the numbers.
12.5 million Africans back then, when the population wasn't as much as it is now.
Wow.
Yes. And I mean, that's between the 1500 and 1866, so it's a good amount of time. But again, like during those years, the population in the world wasn't nearly as much as it is today. So just take that into a factor. Out of all that 12.5 million, 10.7 million survived the passage, because it was still crazy times, and that means they almost lost 2 million people along the route, and a lot of them found their way to Brazil. I don't know if you knew that. I didn't know that. 4.9 million found their way to Brazil. which is crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's insane to me. That's a very high number, and a lot of them basically died in Brazil because their conditions were, I guess, worse than the U.S., which I'm like, how? But that's what it was. And yeah, so it's not just, it did, I think racism is really big here, but it's not just here, it's in a lot of other countries as well. And Brazil was actually the last country to ban slavery, and that was in 1888. So something to take into factor. But onto the positive note of things, inoculation was introduced to America by a slave. And if you don't know what inoculation is, it's basically like if someone has a disease, you take a little bit of their disease and put it like under the skin of someone to make them immune to it. And that's something that was introduced to the U.S. by a slave.
I mean, yeah, there's that, and then there's also them testing it on slaves too, which is a little bit of a dark history as well.
Yeah,
but that's it's strange because like between that and even let's say like the Holocaust, for example, like a lot of things were tested on people of underprivileged status. Basically, it would just test stuff on people, and like even after the like world wars, like there was a lot of medical insight that happened after those things, and it's both a horror story and like I don't even know if I can call it interesting. All I can say is like those things are terrifying to me.
Yeah, it is. That is the truth. That is the truth. Another show that I forgot about that is also, I think this one's on Netflix, and I don't know if it's called Madam C.J. Walker, but it's about Madam C.J. Walker, and it's amazing. Oh, it's called Self-Made. It's a really, really good show, and I would definitely highly recommend it. And Madam C.J. Walker was, I believe, the first African American millionaire. I gotta Google that.
One of the first, at least, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just an incredible story about how she did it, and what an amazing businesswoman she was. And yeah, for her time, I mean, she was definitely a legend, and I definitely would highly recommend watching that, and that's on Netflix. But yeah, there was a lot of other great African American historical figures that you should read up on. Frederick Douglass is one that definitely comes to mind. Rosa Parks. Actually, I found out that there was also another lady that basically sat in front of a bus before Rosa Parks did, and I can't remember her name right now. Again, it's Friday, and I'm just trying to get by. But yeah, definitely look into that. There is a lot of amazing history with this country, and it's worth looking into.
Yes, speaking about that, I would like to share a little bit of it.
Yes, please do.
So we hear like black music, thrown around in conversation a lot, which it really kind of derived in the Delta of Mississippi with the blues. And like contemporary styles of music. I've been listening to different like decades of music, certain styles and stuff like that. And I was listening to some 70s music, okay? Like some southern rock, like the Allman Brothers band, right? Like the Allman Brothers, and then of course like there's other groups like Marshall Tucker Band, stuff like that. Well, these people were from the South and in similar areas, but like for example, the Allman Brothers have a really huge blues influence in their music. And even like Greg Allman, he sings with so much soul. Like like you can really feel it when he's when he's singing, and just like the effect of blues music on everything else,
right?
It is way cool. I mean, that's where we get the funk, the soul music and stuff like that from jazz. And as we know, jazz is another black music.
Yeah.
Most of the innovators, were Black Americans, and so a little bit of music history. I just wanted to share, like, if you're not a huge fan of, or if you just haven't really listened to much blues music, do yourself a favor and listen to it. B.B. King, Buddy Guy, old Robert Johnson, who's kind of coined as like the father of blues. So yeah, it speaks volumes. You'll be able to hear a lot of that influence in music in the past decades, including music that still comes out now.
Yeah, absolutely. And something I didn't know is that the slaves back in the day, when they would sing songs, they were actually like, they had hidden messages and like codes. Communication. It was communication, and I think that's just amazing. And yeah, you should definitely look into these historical people who made amazing music. Even like the person, I can't remember his name, but he wrote all of Elvis Presley's music. He's just an amazing guy as well. And shout out to Matt Vander in the house, Vader in the house. He said, the word slave comes from Slav, short for Slavic. Interesting facts. That is interesting facts. And it's grotesque what humans have done, but it's good to know and learn from it for sure. Yes. And that's kind of, I think, the most important thing about history is when you dig deep enough, like, you'll find out that we all need to know this. We all need to know it so that we don't repeat it, and we do. Humans are we're very pattern oriented, and it's good to catch our patterns. That's how you can change it, right? Like, if you or myself, when I have a bad habit, and I'm used to doing it all the time, it's like, okay, like, I have to first acknowledge it so that I can change it to be better. And shout out to Gabino Grimes in the house. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, these things are super important to know. And it's Black History Month, so I would, if you want to not be a better person, but just gain knowledge. Knowledge is power. So give that extra effort to find out some more factoids or support some Black owned businesses. And yeah, because again, we as human beings, we will get through the struggles and the together. So make sure that you are staying in tune with what's going on with your community. And yeah, there's a lot of dope things happening. So
with that said, I think it might be a time for a little bit of something.
Oh.
For a little bit of something.
Little something. Okay.
See if y'all can bring it on this one.
Hey, and if anyone wants to join us, send us a message and we'll send you the link to come on. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. And after that, go ahead and drop some words in the comments so we can freestyle it for you. You see Soul Lyrics is taking a sip of that drink. He getting ready. Go ahead.
Yo, I got to take a little sip, a drink it that something, get my lips wet so I can spit a little something, literally spit something in my microphone. I ain't got the filter on, but it's all gravy. You know how I do this, like what's up, got to just pray for the day when I wake up in the morning time for breathing. That's just how it goes when you wanna see the sea, man, and drift out in the sunrise. flip it like that when the sun skies. Yeah, maybe the sky makes the sun turn wise. Things that I think about on the daily. This is how it is, call me crazy. Maybe
crazy.
Go out of focus, come back in focus, sit like a lotus. Maybe just fly like a locust and take over everything. Plagues on the first day, y'all know how to do it. Words drop in worse ways. I be on the microphone, learn to spit in first grade.
Learn to spit in first grade. Yeah, I'm out here, no, I'm not a maid, but I clean up a mess when I see it. Real facts, I don't know, but let me get back to what I'm thinking. Yeah, you gotta know your history or you're doomed to repeat it. I don't know, but I hope this music you feel it, cause it's coming from my spirit. Oh yeah, I don't know, but I'm just gonna be cheering you on to get onto another level. Yeah, you know, you gotta make sure that you a rebel. Stand up to what's right, stand up for justice. Yeah, you know, in this life we just coming through. We don't wanna take a loss, but you don't gotta answer to no boss. You just gotta answer to God and make sure that you're not soft. You standing up for everything, cause we take it pound to pound. Yeah, you know, longevity, go for another round, cause it gets hazy. But you gotta get up, can't be lazy, and that's what they say, even though we work the hardest. Yeah, I'm out here and I'm trying to be so honest, and call me a goddess, cause that's the truth. I don't know what they say, but I know what is not necessary to hear. It's like a keyboard. Yeah, just type it in so it's clear. Yeah, Alt F4, make sure it's deleted. I don't know, but you don't want to have history repeated, cause we just got rid of a fascist clown, and I don't want to see him come back around. Make sure he stays out of town in Mar-a-Lago in Florida. I don't even know, but I'm just trying to tell you that it's crazy how these children don't listen to what's been written so that they can learn from and grow with every day, and instead they're worrying about getting paid. And I understand, cause when you ain't got rent it gets insane. You make sure that you're bent and you're on a train that can't stop. I'm telling them that you gotta drop everything else and make sure that you on the spot. Yeah,
Make
you
sure
on
you're
the spot.
yo.
X marks the spot.
Connect them dots, put it on the map like, let me go watch, let me go swatch. Yep, used to have a swatch, saved up all my money for it. Like, yo, cause my mama couldn't afford it, so I just had to drop it like, oh my lord, maybe that's glory to birds. If that is the show name, maybe I just butchered it, but it's all good. You know how to do it. You can type in the woods with the grain is time. How I spit with the vine, and you know how to rip. Yo, I'm like Tarzan, spit it real in the blue lagoon. Return to the black lagoon as I attack soon. Hey yo, this how it is, monster on track. I'm the boss with the boss and the cracks. Like can't say nothing. If you do, then say something. Otherwise, say nothing. Like I ain't gonna say his name, but you know how to go. That's how I flow, like a water hole. Know that who spit the best, pulling off with a top with it. Ain't nobody gonna come box with it. It's on with it.
Yeah. We born with a lot of burdens. Yeah, your soul be hurting, and you gotta figure out why. Make sure you listen to the wise disguise that you wear every single day, a mask that you can't ever put away, cause you out out there and you don't wanna stray from the truth, but you know that they don't teach you another way to be. I don't know, let's leave. I tell them we just trying to do this, eat them trees. Oh yeah, they gone. Deforestation. I don't know how we do this as a whole nation, cause we breaking it down. We acting like clowns. We act like we need things when we just need to be at home with a family, having food on the table and be at ease and not be wasteful. Yeah, they hateful over nothing. Why aren't you grateful for all the things that you have in front of you? I don't know why they do that. You just front and do. Oh, have a seat, yeah, relax. I don't know, but make sure you know your facts and listen to everyone that is round, not just your circle, cause that makes you a biased clown. And I'm just keeping it real. I hope I ain't hurting feelings, cause I know how you feel. And it's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to grow. You don't have to be ashamed. You just wanna make sure you get the gold. Make sure that you get that platinum. Yeah, you know, we just do this, we just phantoms in the night. You know how we stay bright. We got to do this cause we always fight for the light inside your heart, cause it's just a little flame that you gotta fan harder so that you can attain all your dreams, all the things. And it's not about money, it's about your family over everything. Over everything, family over everything, family over everything.
Yeah, Hip Hop Organics in the building.
Hey.
Thank you for joining the Greenhouse, where we go live for you at home, maybe on the road, watching on your phone. You know what I mean? Eating a brownie a la mode. Every
Yes,
Friday
yum.
at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, you dig? And we do it for y'all, for real. We do it for the artists.
Do it for you and you and you and you and you.
Yes. So
Please come through.
thank you for coming to our house, to the greenhouse, and joining in.
Thank you, Matt.
Word. DJ JH on the ones and twos, the
Killing
sound
it.
provider.
Or I should say, giving it life. Giving it life.
Yeah, he ain't just a button pusher, y'all. This brother is a scientist.
Yes. Creating all kinds of soundscapes
Yo,
so you can escape to another place.
I think we should go into a put you on section as we wrap up.
Okay. I'm down for a put you on. I can go first if you'd like.
All right.
Man, what am I gonna put you on to? I think I blabbed my mouth about.
Think before you speak.
That was my last week's thing, and I did not take that advice. See,
Yeah,
I be
right?
saying advice that I need to tell myself. That's the hardest, is taking your own
real
advice.
talk,
To be
real talk.
quite honest. Yeah. Let me think about that for a second. If you haven't put you on the tip of your tongue, please go ahead while I figure mine out.
You know,
Coming for the save.
I don't know if y'all have watched. So I love shows, like watching TV shows and watching movies and stuff. I took a film class or whatever. I enjoy it. Okay, so if you guys have not seen The Expanse, I highly recommend checking that out. That's another
That
one
show's
of
so
Josh.
hard to get into, man. Like the first couple episodes, bruh. And I like sci-fi stuff, but like the first couple episodes, I'm like, what is? I don't even understand what's going on. This thing is.
It
so
took me a
low.
while. It took me a while.
Yeah, it is. It does start off slow, but it starts picking up towards the end. The whole first season, in my opinion, is slow, but it's setting up like the entire rest of the show. Like once you watch the first season and are able to stick through that, at least The rest of it is a completely different show. Like there's a lot of things that are stemmed from the events of the original season. And they're books too. They're really good, like well-regarded books. So if the show's too slow for you, maybe check out the book. There's like 8 of them.
Allow it to be slower.
Right. I mean, what if you prefer books? You know, that's on you. But in my opinion, Expanse season 5, I think, just ended this week, and the climax is excellent. It's a fantastic season, and it's another one of those shows that I think does a really good job of illustrating what our future could potentially be like, even though it's kind of like in a dark scenario. Like it's definitely a dark universe or whatever, but I mean, it's kind of where we're going. Like a lot of what's there with like the corporations owning lots of things, and like there's even like some like Mormonism tied into it as well. There's like a ship called the Nauvoo, which is any Mormons out there, they know what I'm talking about. There's a ship called the Nauvoo that they build. Is basically like a giant Mormon temple that they put into space and created like a space station basically, and they're trying to, you know, fare space as Mormons on their mission going through space. So wow. I don't. It's interesting. It's a lot of like weird futurism stuff, but all the physics that are in the books and in the show are all real. Like that's actually how it would work in real life. I've played Kerbal Space Program, and that kind of taught me a little bit of like the tiniest bit of rocket science and how to like get a rocket to the moon and all that stuff. And they abide by all those rules, and it's really interesting to see as somebody who's a couch rocket physicist. But yeah, it's really, really cool to watch, and I highly recommend that show.
That's what's up. Mana?
Alright, you're gonna put me on the spot again. Okay. Do you guys know who invented refrigerated trucks?
Trucks, no.
That was invented by Frederick McKinley Jones in 1940, African American inventor. He basically took out like 60 patents throughout his life, and including a patent for the roof-mounted cooling system that's used to refrigerate goods on trucks during extended transportation in the mid-1930s. If you've ever heard of Thermo King, that was his company, or I don't know if it's still existing, but it was like a critical needed thing for World War II because it could preserve blood, food, and supplies. So yeah, refrigerated trucks. And if you go to any grocery store, the food that's being hauled to them is being used by his patent, basically. So wow. Yeah, Frederick McKinley Jones.
Shout out to Frederick McKinley Jones.
Yes, that's a good put you on.
That's true. That is true. All right. So I guess it's my turn.
I guess it's your turn.
All right. So my the Put You On section by Soul Lyricist this evening is to have two, not one, but two open ears. Okay, let me repeat. Have two, not one, but two open ears.
But if you have two open ears, doesn't it go in one ear and out the other?
You would think that, but as our couch physicist can bear witness to, that your best input receiving for your audio is when you have a balanced left and right input.
Truth.
Not just a single chord. Alright, so the best input is an open left and an open right ear hole.
So are you saying that for musical reasons or for listening reasons?
Listening,
like learning.
Reasons. Yes.
Okay.
That's a metaphor or an analogy, as some people would call it. It's actually an analogy. So, but yeah, no, real talk though. Having two open ears means to listen more. Okay.
Word.
And allowing yourself to digest the information that is being received, basically what you're hearing.
Right.
Okay. So, here's an example. Okay. So when people would talk to me, this was years ago, I used to immediately reply with what? Okay. And at first it started because I really didn't hear them, but then it developed into like a habitual thing to where, like, even if I did hear them, I would still reply with what. So, and I was kind of like, I didn't want to do that anymore. So how I corrected that was, when somebody spoke to me, I would give about 5 seconds before I replied, and usually after like 3 seconds, what they would say, I would actually hear again in my brain, right? And then I'd be like, okay, I can give the proper reply because I heard them, right?
Right.
You know, allowing yourself to kind of play back what you've heard, and your brain will do that.
That's true.
Our brains do that.
That's true, because I'll say the same thing. I'll be like, what? And then a few seconds will go by and I'll be like, oh yeah, I heard you.
You're like, oh yeah, I know.
I can vouch for that. That is the truth.
So there we go. We got some witnesses up in here. You got some witnesses up. Y'all know I ain't just making this up off the cuff.
Testify.
Yo, real talk though, man. Having two open ears is better for your output.
Truth. Very true.
Yeah, so that's my put you on.
Hey, that was a great put you on. I hope for all the folks who are watching, y'all are having a wonderful night. We love you, appreciate you, and make sure you stay safe and healthy. I know, thankfully, in Utah, the numbers of COVID have come down, but that means that we just got to keep wearing our masks so they keep coming down even more, you know, and make sure you stay safe and mind, body, and soul, man.
Encourage your friends to wear their masks too.
Encourage your friends to and hit up people, man. You know, I feel like I said, we take for granted the fact that we would bump into folks randomly before COVID happened, but now that we're not really bumping into people as much and we're staying 6 feet apart, you know, randomly go through your friends list or whatever and just be like, yo, what's up, man? Someone you haven't seen or talked to in a while. Just, you know, make it a habit to do that, like every couple of days. Be like, you know what, I haven't talked to this person in a long time. What's up? How you doing? Because you don't know what they're going through, and it could be a huge help. And then also for yourself, man, you know, it's good for your own mental health to reach out to people and talk to them, and, you know, stay connected. And you can always reach out to us too, because we miss you and love you guys too. Absolutely. And we want all of us to make it through this so that we can have a huge show after this and, you know, do all the things that we love to do.
Yeah.
Bring everybody back.
Yes.
One of these days.
Exactly.
It'll be like, okay, here's another put you on. If y'all haven't seen WandaVision, there's a scene in there where everyone's coming back from the snap. And so let's bring it back. Let's bring everybody back. I feel like that's what it's gonna feel like when COVID is over. It's just like everyone is rematerializing back into their original state.
Yes.
Yeah, and until then, join us right here next week, same time. YouTube, Hip Hop Organics at the Greenhouse. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good night. Gabino Grimes. Hopefully we'll have you back in the building soon, ASAP. Peace out, y'all. Stay safe. One love.